Day 4 of Kate and William's trip to Canada, and the crowds are waiting for them in Montreal. But some of them want to give Kate not a warm welcome, but the cold shoulder. Their first visit is to a children's hospital, and it's a real test for Kate, who's so far faced nothing short of adulation.
So the welcome in Ottawa was overwhelmingly positive on Canada Day. But here in Montreal, with the separatist Québécois, it is certainly less so.
It looks like an unsettling moment for Kate as protest cries compete with the cheers. Never before has she encountered such hostility.
It's not the people, it's the institution itself that we're against. It's the monarchy.
Tell me how you see her, though, in particular. You're demonstrating against the institution. I understand that, but when you look at Kate, what do you see?
Well, she's a pretty woman, that you have to admit, and I think that it's kind of like marketing for Canada. It's marketing to unite Canada together with Quebec. So there's no way we're falling into this trap. Look at how she just went in the hospital like so fast. I mean, she knew that she's not welcome here.
Inside the hospital, Kate is welcome, but another challenge awaits. The fashion and the functions are one thing, caring for the vulnerable, quite another. A visit to see these children suffering from cancer is low-key, perhaps an attempt to avoid the inevitable comparisons with Diana. And much of it is a private affair, away from the cameras. But I got a chance to talk to those who'd met Kate behind closed doors. Florence is French-Canadian. She's 4 years old and has been receiving treatment for some time.
Comment vous pensez la princesse, la duchesse?
Elle est très humaine. Une future maman. Elle aime les enfants, elle est très chaleureuse, très proche. On peut l'approcher, il n'y a aucun problème. Là.
She's got the common touch. I mean, she's now royal, but she clearly is someone that a lot of people can relate to. There's not that kind of separation that you see with other members of the royal family. They clearly are somehow different. She does have that amazing touch. She's, in the way I think that Diana, Princess of Wales, had that this empathy for people and the everyday sort of lives that people live.
But some say that's where the comparisons with Diana should stop.
First of all, you know, they're nothing alike. Diana was much more flirty, even right from the beginning, more gossipy, more chatty. Kate's being sort of a little bit kept a bit down, like doing what William wants, and William is the expert on this. He's the professional. It's early days for her on the touring front. I think later on, perhaps one day when she's on her own, visiting somewhere, we'll see more of her personality. But right now, what she's doing is supporting William, and that's what a good wife does.
Even though the protesters shout loudly again as Kate leaves the hospital, she can take comfort in the fact that now she will have fans wherever she goes.
When we got here, Kate stepped out of the car, and I saw her step out of the car, and she seemed to be smiling, but I felt bad, you know. I felt bad that all these people were here shouting things. And, you know, I mean, everyone else is kind of trying to drown them out and, like, sing "Oh, Canada."
Kat, you get the most fun. You get to pick the
Noreen Flanagan is editor-in-chief of Elle Canada. The magazine is following Kate's every move. How does she think the Duchess dealt with the demonstrations?
I thought both she and Will were actually very gracious about it. I mean, in Canada, that's sort of a long-standing kind of issue, so we weren't really, I think we were perhaps a little bit embarrassed because we thought it was a bit rude. But on the other hand, people always tend to think Canadians are so nice and kind and polite, so maybe the world needs to know that we have a little bit of edge to us. I think it would be surprising for them to not expect some sort of opposition to the institution, not to them, but to the institution in Canada.
The But any pressure fades away on the next stop of the tour. It's time to relax, have some fun, and master the art of French cuisine.
Like this eats as we go. Yes, if you like. Why not?
It was when Kate got engaged that we got a glimpse of what home life is like for this modern-day Duchess.
She did cook for me quite a bit at university, and it would always come with a bit of angst and a bit of anger if something had gone wrong, and I'd have to wander in and save something that was going.
So being honest, is that a skill that's declining over time or improving?
I would say I'm getting better at cooking. Kate would say I'm getting a lot worse.
In a bid to improve his skills, William attempts to prepare a meal fit for a future king and queen. For a girl who's turned down the chance to have domestic staff, Kate seems to relish picking up tips for the kitchen back home in Anglesey. HMCS Montreal brings the couple to the French-Canadian port of Quebec City. At a drop-in centre for troubled teenagers, Kate is set to meet youngsters who've turned their lives around.
As soon as we went inside, the pressure fell and it became very intimate. And they went from being those big public figures to just being two normal people. When they talk to you, they look at you in the eyes. You forget about the circus that's going on beside you, and you feel like you're the only person.
It's familiar territory for William, whose charity work with the homeless in the UK is already well known. For Kate, though, these first official engagements are helping to shape her future as a royal.
We've yet to see what charities and good causes Kate's going to espouse, so when she does, she will... I mean, already she's done a little bit with the bullying, the way she raised money for children who get bullied at school, as she did when she was young. So that's a good thing, because that is a cause that I don't think anybody else in the royal family has yet taken up. So I think we'll see a lot more of that. But, you know, if she's clever, she'll pick one or two great ones, not try to spread herself around too thinly.
One more!
Day 5 of the tour, and the couple have left the Canadian cities behind them.
Look at them, the crowd are absolutely crazy about them.
Kate and William are due to arrive in Charlottetown on Prince Edward Island.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Rhonda, now tell me why you're here.
We are here to see William and Kate.
Rhonda Kelly is an ardent royal fan. She met William when he was young, and she's felt a connection with him ever since.
I brought the photos I took of William when he was 9.
Oh, look at him.
And there's Harry. And this is me giving Harry his rose. And that was when I gave William his flower as well.
That's just lovely.
Rhonda's hoping to give William some photos for his new wife. Finally, the couple arrive and are greeted by dignitaries and officials in Charlottetown, the very place where the idea of the nation of Canada was born. Such visits will become everyday royal duties for Kate and will involve a lot of standing by her man.
We are both delighted that you were chosen to inaugurate this scholarship in our names. Thank you for this wonderful and generous welcome.
Afterwards, I got first-hand experience of being in the fervent crowd and trying to catch the Duchess's attention.
Good morning. Hello. Are you having a wonderful time?
And Rhonda's delighted she got her wish.
So you met William, Rhonda? I did. I got to give him the pictures. And the first thing I told him was that I had the immense honor and privilege of meeting his mother twice. And I told him that I adored her. And I said, I actually got to meet you when you were 9 as well, and the pictures are in this envelope. And he asked if they were embarrassing. And I said, absolutely not. And I said, I'm sure your wife will appreciate them. And he thanked me very much for them and took the envelope. So, mission accomplished.
In scenes reminiscent of their recent wedding in a horse-drawn carriage, they leave Charlottetown. Later that afternoon, the tour takes a less formal turn. And William, with his search and rescue hat on, gets a chance to show off to his new wife.
Now this is what they call waterbirding. The Duke's at the controls right now, and he has to land the helicopter on the surface of the water, like that, and keep it there. Now the real trick is to keep the rotor on the tail out of the water. Now apparently when you're piloting that helicopter, you can't see the surface of the water yourself. You're doing it all from the controls, so it's really, really skilled. What do you think about Kate? Because you know William, he's been here before, but Kate's the new one.
We're in love with Kate because she's the girl next door, and she's living all our, dreams of marrying the prince. Yeah,
it's the fairy tale,
it's the fairy tale, more so than what his mother's was. She's lovely.
See, I think that's what's so interesting. In the modern world, we would say that we're beyond fairy tales, wouldn't we? And yet, here we are, we're all entranced by this.
We all have our dreams, yeah.
But it's not just Kate this crowd are infatuated with, it's the love story. Royal photographer Arthur Edwards has watched it unfold. He's been taking pictures of William since he was born.
That's gorgeous.
She's a very much in love couple, and what I like most about everything on this trip is that when they have to decide what to do, he says, "Are you happy with doing that?" Do you notice he says that? Are you happy with doing that? Are you comfortable with doing that? She says either yes or no, I'll stay with you. And she's still very nervous, and I think she sometimes that comes across that she sort of hesitates a little bit. But when he says that, are you happy doing this? Are you comfortable doing that? And she says yes, or she says no, I'll stay with you. And I think that's how they are. They're a very, very, very good team. And he's so proud of her. He's so proud. We've had a little tea party, a little drinks party with him, and he was so beaming with pride the way she's carrying it off.
As she prepares to race her husband on the water in dragon boats, the Duchess looks most at home. And it's the closest we've come on this tour to seeing what some perceive to be the true Kate.
I think that's actually where the veil is peeled back a little bit, and we see a little more of who I think Kate is when she's not in this prim and proper ladylike role. I think she's actually a very down-to-earth, active, kind of free-spirited, energetic, sort of curious young woman, and you see that actually when she's dressed in a way that one tends to associate with, just a young, sort of active, engaged woman.
Whose team were you in?
We were in Kate's boat.
You were in Kate's boat, so you got to meet her?
Yes, so much more amazing in person than I could have imagined.
I was mesmerized. I couldn't really speak. She shook my hand, and I was just kind of, okay. She's very personable. She makes you feel comfortable right away.
Because lots of the girls I've met out here said, oh, we've been in love with William for years.
Of course.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so you're a little bit gutted that he's married Kate, really, in some ways.
But there is Harry. Hi, Harry.
This is the 5th or 6th, maybe 7th engagement I've done with them now. She's starting to feel comfortable. She's starting to say little things, I said, William says he's going to beat you in the race. He'll be lucky, she said. He'll be lucky, That's nice, She's slowly getting more confident.
Al, you are the man, so come and sit with us.
Al is a retired policeman. He's worked with the royals in the past. Now he's happy just to sit back and observe.
What do you think of her?
Beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah, a true lady. And you can tell everywhere they go that the younger people are gravitating towards her. And when you hear a little girl like the little one in Charlottetown this morning who said she's a role model, so when you get someone probably 10, 12 years old recognizing that already, that says a lot.
People talk about her modernising the monarchy in a way, taking it forward to the next generation. What do you think about that?
I think it's true, and I think we're seeing that already just by the reception that they've gotten so far everywhere that they've gone. They're so much of a couple, and I think in today's world when we can have young couples that are going to show that type of leadership for the younger people that are coming along, that's magnificent. And we need this in the world right now.
It's been a day where a lot of the formalities of a royal tour were minimised, and it's allowed Kate to show us who she really is. And as she heads to a small town just outside the Arctic Circle, we discover just how big an impact her image is having on the world of fashion. It's day 6 of Kate and William's royal tour, and they arrive in the rainy, remote Northwest Territory of Yellowknife. After a week of public engagements under a constant and focused spotlight, Kate has been more exposed than ever before.
What strikes me most about Kate is her self-assured nature. She knows who she is. She's not pushy. She's just there. She knows how to be regal. She knows how to handle herself in crowds. And she knows how to be warm and natural.
Yellowknife is an old gold mining town just south of the Arctic Circle. Kate and William's first engagement is another walkabout, meeting local residents, including Aboriginals. Wherever she's been in Canada, though, all people want to talk about is how Kate has wowed so many with her style and fashion choices.
She's a fashion icon, I think, for people who aspire to look glamorous and sophisticated, but to do it also on a budget that's affordable to them. And I think the Brits in particular, and Kate in particular, has done a terrific job at sort of blending that high fashion with street fashion. The message is that, yes, you can look glamorous, you can be a princess, and you can shop at, you know, Topshop or Zara.
But you don't have to be British to get Kate's style.
Well, I'm in one of Montreal's most upmarket fashion stores, and I'm here to meet some girls who are real Kate fans.
Cheers, girls. Cheers. Happy shopping.
Hello. Hi, I'm Mary.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Hello.
I'm Tracy.
Tracy.
Kirsten.
Hi, Kirsten.
Maxine.
And hello, Maxine.
Would you like a glass of champagne?
I most certainly would. This is very nice. Thank you very
You're
much
welcome.
indeed. And what do you think about the clothes that she's worn in Canada so far on this trip?
Oh, I think she's looked freaking phenomenal every step of the way.
Oh, I love the hat she wore in Ottawa on Canada Day.
The little
red hat with the maple leaves. I thought that was adorable. It was so perfect.
Okay, let's look at the style then. Let's pick apart the style, and I can't help but notice there's a little bit of a fascinator going on here.
Yeah, I'd definitely be tribute to, you know, hats and stuff.
I'll have a look and see what we think.
Shopping with the girls, I can see how Kate's style is influencing their choices.
That's gorgeous. I don't think Kate does straps, though, does she?
No.
I don't think she does leather straps.
Solid.
She doesn't really do strapless.
No.
Nice for her, like fantastic.
She doesn't do low cut, particularly, does she, or anything like that? It's very. You think so? Is this a style you would have gone for before she came along?
To be honest with you, I wouldn't have. You know, maybe the dress, but not with the coat. But now I think, you know, just seeing Kate and how nice and put together she looks.
So do you look at her and you think, if she's wearing a certain dress, I want that dress?
Yeah, along those lines, or maybe the same style. She brings a sexiness without being revealing. She makes it classy, and I think it's like she set a good role model for young women today.
She's not like Paris Hilton. She's just very natural in her own body. And
Let's see the dress. It looks high. Kate could wear the silver black dress. Nice. I'll see Kate wearing that one.
Very slender, isn't she?
Yeah, and
that's nice.
Practicality in the pocket.
Oh, it's
very
so
nice.
cute.
And Kate-esque.
You are now Kate.
Yeah.
And for designers like Frank Saku, Kate's easily translatable style is extremely good for business.
People love her. People are always keeping an eye on her, seeing what she's wearing.
And they don't just see it, they want it.
They'll most likely bring it in a magazine, because she's just everywhere in all the magazines. And they'll say, okay, I'm going somewhere, I'm going to an occasion. I need this dress, but I want it for me. I love that color, the blue. Okay, everybody's into the blues. This one was based on her engagement gown and had the draping on the engagement gown. It was a little bit low in the front for the V. I raised it. Kate petite in the waist. Hers had a little sash going around, so I made the waist for this client cleaner lines. Still gave her a little bit of fullness. Kate has the body for stuff that's clean line. The other dress that you're looking at was based on her wedding gown with the raised collar. Hers had more of a V. This was more shapely. And it was also based, if you look at the little banding, on one of her jackets.
Good morning, guys. Very good. Did we all enjoy the frenzy of the blog coverage of fabulous Kate and Will?
Lulu is one of Canada's leading women's magazines. Kate and her fashion choices on the Royal Tour is their big story in the next edition.
What are your thoughts? Steph, you were mentioning something.
Yeah, I really like the look where she had her hair pulled back, and you don't really see her with her hair up very often, so it was nice.
It was nice, and I mean, it's a classic outfit.
Yeah. It's supposed to have a less plunging neckline, and she altered it too, so...
I think that not a lot of our readers will be aware that she modifies some of the clothing to appeal to her style.
I think she's conservative, but with like a twist. Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of Kate coverage since it started, like so many other Canadian fashion magazines and media in general. From the moment that she landed, we were on Kate watch.
Like a younger Michelle Obama, because they're both so experimental in
Exactly.
their wardrobes, and they know what they owe to like the people.
Kate, in so many ways, is right on par with the other international first ladies. If we look at Michelle Obama and Carla Bruni, she's totally working her style. But I think in so many ways, she's appealing to a younger generation. And some of the dresses that she wore to Canada this time around really accentuate
her like waistline.
Exactly.
So tiny.
Kate's young, she's cool, she's hip, but at the same time, I think she brings a little bit of class and a little bit of poise to her fashion. So in a way, it's like she's a cross between a first lady and a Hollywood star.
Because I mean, we all love her looks, but maybe there's some things that people like less.
I'd like to see her take more chances, but I know that it will probably come as she gets more confident with the style choices that she's making. But we definitely love Kate's style.
With her supermodel looks, it seems the fashion industry is desperate to have its own piece of Kate.
The one thing that she exudes is confidence about herself, about the skin she's in, and very much the clothes that she's wearing. And I think, you know, fashion magazines are always saying to women, dress the way that defines who you are. Don't let anyone tell you how you have to dress. And I kind of feel for Kate, because I think the fashion industry wants to embrace her as the next royal icon, and they're just foaming at the mouth to reinvent her and make money off of her and recreate her in their own image.
Kate's status as a fashion icon already seems assured, but does her appeal go beyond her choice of outfit?
I think she's actually a really good role model for people too.
I love that she has a degree. I love that she went to school.
Like you said, she has a brain in her head and she knows how to use it. So that's very attractive.
Absolutely. Education to a good standard. It goes a long way with girls our age.
With the tour of Canada almost over, what have we learned about Kate? She hasn't spoken publicly. She's just worked hard at supporting her husband, and yet she has made her presence felt.
One of the most striking things about the visit so far, the Royal Tour in Canada, is the fact that Kate is sort of stealing the show from William. All you heard were people shouting Kate and not Will.
In 1998, shortly after the death of Diana, William and Harry visited Canada. Then it was William creating the hysteria.
I think in many ways he must feel a little bit upstaged by his wife, but at the same time, you sort of see this glowing pride, like he made a good choice. Good look.
She has completely charmed the country. She's irresistible. She is one of those rare people in the world that can inspire awe just by their mere presence. And of course, her smile is fantastic. It's authentic, and people literally have a visceral reaction to it. You cannot help but smile.
I think the Queen and the Duke can sit back. We have secured the future of the monarchy. Kate worked.